Welcome everyone to the third game of this series between Byzantine English, Voldemort CSO. Now we're curious who's gonna win this one and what kind of strategy is gonna be used here, because both civilization is really good. And this is like one of the civilizations I like, or matchup I really hate to play. Ooh, what is the scouting, Voldemort? This is kind of like the Beastie scouting. If you guys know, Beastie played against Voldemort, and this is exactly how he scouted Voldemort. But it's not gonna work against CSO, because CSO knows the map very very well. But actually he found some sheep on CSO side, which is insanely good for him, because you want to delay. Even though you have cheap farms, you want a little bit delayed. He grabs 3 sheep away from CSO, which is really nice. Oh. And there are even more sheep. You can see more sheep that he finds. And let's see, there are no more sheep on the map. That was all the sheep. So let's see, so far was the sheep number for both player 4 to 14. 66. Wow. So 18 versus 12 sheep. That's insanely important, because the more food you have at home, the more those villagers can stay. Alright, looks like Voldemort had some food issue. He's a few seconds behind compared to CSO with the villager making, because he might miscalculate it. And that's why he stuck a little bit on the villager production, but he will catch up for sure, because one player will always make a mistake. So this is the regular 2TC English play, which I feel like the aggressive Byzantine can easily deal with the 2TC English, but of course we will see very very soon what's gonna be the play from Voldemort with the Byzantines. So far we can see there are 3 cisterns up. Horseman from Voldemort. Okay, there's also horseman from CSO. So horseman from both sides. Voldemort has longbow. I'm interested how this one will play out. And looks like Voldemort will not see any military unit until, I don't know when gonna be the time for CSO to reveal the horseman. Good amount of horsemen from Voldemort and longbow, but I feel that's gonna be the problem for him, right? Because he's not making any spearmen. He's not expecting CSO to make horsemen, because he's not scouting, right? This is the big mistake. He has no idea what's happening inside the base. Now he decided to go check this side, because there is no way CSO just lets me to do whatever I wish to do, right? He's now destroying the mining camp. After that, he's gonna go for the Abbey of Kings. He still have no information and decides to keep torching. Oh! Scout and the king here. But he still can't find anything suspicious at all. He will see that the second TC stone being gathered and he is on 2 TC, but he still doesn't know that CSO is on horseman. So there are many options that you can do. You can stop doing aggressive actions. Oh my god, no way, the horseman with the perfect correct timing. Maybe Palings can save those longbows. But now Voldemort gets the information about CSO and his unit comp, so he has to be really careful. Scout out position. No idea where the units are in the stout forest. Oh, this is really risky. One wrong move and all those longbows are just dead. They are just dead. The good thing here is that the knight, aka the king, is riding along with the horseman and the scout as well, which brings down the horseman movement speed. They have 1.88 movement speed, but because they are running together with the scout and with the king, their movement speed goes down to 1.69. So Voldemort decided to not do any damage anymore. Rather goes after the Castle Age, which is a really, really good decision. I like it that Voldemort not pushing into CSO, even though he's on 2 TCS. But because CSO is making very, very food heavy units, and if you just stay at home protecting, that will play out way much better for you. You can see Voldemort on 15 Lombo so far. Voldemort sent out a little bit way too many villager on those berries, I feel. Because he could have been cast a little bit faster if he just doesn't push out that many villagers onto the berry. I mean, he wanted to collect the deer as well. But you know it's risky. The enemy player is full on cavalry, right? So the map control is on his side, even though you have horsemen as well. But you can't do damage, raid, and protect at the same time. Maybe if you build some towers around those deers, but is it worth it? I think it's way much better if you go for the fish. Because as Byzantine, you get her olive oil as well. They decided to destroy the outpost. That's very, very smart. No scout upgrade yet, which is a huge mistake by Voldemort. It would be so good to get the trapezites, which gives you 25% extra torch damage. And when you have scout with your army non-stop, and getting the trapezites or the explorataris is insanely good and insanely important. Getting 20 gold per villager kill, which is getting buffed, by the way. From 20 gold, it will go up to 30 gold. And the trapezites, which is still a good upgrade, it doesn't need to be buffed. It's 25%. Oh my god, imagine if you get explorataris. Imagine if you had explorataris, so many villager. 4 villager kill. In this current patch, that would be 4 times 20, right? Which is 80 gold. But in the next patch, it's gonna be 4 times 30. It's 120 gold. So yeah, that's a good amount of resource. But also, it gives you 2 damage against workers. So in the next patch, we will see more Hippodrome exploratory play, because the amount of gold you will actually receive by killing villagers. So if I calculate it correctly, killing 10 villagers will give you 300 gold? That's brutal. So Voldemort went up to the next stage. He aged up with the Golden Horde Tower, making free units for him, which is amazing. He's trying to do some economical damage, trying to find where the villagers. But sadly, still no exploratorius or still no trapezites. Ooh, that was good. The accurate defense got enabled on those villagers, and they received a lot of damage and 2 extra armor. Horsemen got upgraded. These are veteran horsemen now from Voldemort with veteran Lombo, and the White Tower just came up from CSO on the gold. But is this White Tower actually a good placement? Well, at the same time, CSO is getting gold on the right. He's getting gold on the left. Almost a Lombo depth. I mean, this is not bad, but Voldemort should think about like a bigger picture, right? That CSO might get resources somewhere on the map. Oh my god! CSO, wake up! It's time to wake up! Oh no, even more villager falls. He loses a few Lombo, but look at that. 13 villager have fallen. Sadly, no exploratorius. 40 villager killed. That's so much gold. Now it's time for CSO to find some villager and kill them. And he might be successful finding villagers but not killing them. He's going for the deer. He's going for the fishes, which is again a really good idea for collecting the berries as well. Like again, as I said, this is a really good map for Byzantine collecting the fishes. Because you also have berries. Oh no, some of the horsemen have decided to go off from the main army and try to do damage to these villagers. No villager kill still. Voldemort plays this out very well. Sadly, no textiles. That would help those villagers a lot. No textiles, but the army. Most of the Lombos are back home as well, trying to do some damage, but the horseman is on the archers. The horseman is on the archer. Oh my god, this is the perfect choke point. Lombomans, even though most of them will lose out, the horsemen, they're just falling to their death. 14 to 17 military. CSO, gathering gold everywhere, literally. He really can't decide where he should get her gold, so he decides to get her gold everywhere. So there's still no expeditors. CSO is making one knight. Big fight will happen on the right side at the same time. CSO is not really far ahead with the villager numbers since he lost 15 here on the gold in front of him. But his economy is growing. More and more farms are placed down, and as we check the food per minute, slowly ramping up. He's getting the food tier upgrades as well. Very slowly, but so far, Voldemort really has this game in his hands. Ooh, as soon as Catafrog start this fight, that's gonna be brutal. Relics are getting back to the base. 2 relics already get inside the Grand Winery where you wish to put it. Because so many people ask me, I even talk with pro players as well, like why would you put inside the Grand Winery, right? So the answer I always gave, with gold alone, you can't make units, right? There is not really a military unit that you can make with only one type of resource, unless we are talking about the scouts, right? You can make just using food. So actually what you are doing, you are kind of receiving 2 resources by receiving the olive oil, right? Why I'm saying 2 resources? Because most of the time, when you wish to make a unit, you need to use 2 different resources. Food, or gold, or wood, or all 3 type. Like, let's say, Camel Rider, which cost all 3 resources. So here, the Grand Winery, even though it produces you 1 resource that can be used to make units, right? Again, the other unit in this game is the scout that requires only food, but the other units, like the merchant units, they requires only 1 type of resource, right? Which is the olive oil. So now you can't really do that with gold, because with gold you can just get some upgrades that you usually can do as well if you get it with villagers. But with olive oil, gathering up, you can actually get out your military units, or you can get French knights or horse archers from the trade post. Why not? So putting the relics inside the Grand Winery is actually really good for you, because the more relics you have inside, the more faster you will able to make out units, which are really important units for you if you think about it. Because Lombos or Landsknechte, CSO is really trying to get back to Voldemort's base to try to find the damage. But Voldemort, he's trying to read CSO like it's an open book for him. The TC is here, very easy to torch it down. I'm sure he will soon just go there and right click the TC and just destroy it. And that's what he does. He right clicks the TC, finally destroys it. CSO trying to do some damage around Voldemar's base, but so far doesn't look like it's happening. Unless now maybe kills one or two villager but loses most of the horsemen, as you can see. Yeah, very low HP. Another horseman goes down. A few horsemen have fallen. And might be the time now to push inside CSO's base. Since CSO is looking for Imperial. Maybe a Berkshire here. Oh, huge fight between CSO and Voldemort in front of the base of CSO. Cutterfrog doing beautiful charge into the army. At the same time, horsemen going to the back. These spearmen are not upgraded to castle spearmen yet, but now it kicked in, and now they are castle spearmen. Insanely huge push into CSO's base. Horsemen trying to sit on the longbows, but the military number is still crazy high for Voldemort. Villager kills are increasing. CSO, you still have an insane amount of resource in the bank. You should spend it soon. Looks like Voldemort army will get cleaned up, but there are 39 villagers not working for CSO. They are all idle. More and more villager kill happening. 42 villager kills so far. 45, 72 to 64 villager in this game. It's insane. And it started by CSO having 2 TC. Now, where's the 2 TC? Yes, Voldemort lost his army. And CSO close to Imperial. But the 39 villager were not working for so long. Well, Voldemort, his economies were still good. And had no problem at all. Having 3 relics and bringing back an addition to relic. So, Voldemort has 5 relic, insanely good economy lead. He is on 1 TC, but so CSO, and he's making the Wingard Palace. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's a good landmark, but the economy is... Look, so many farm are idle as well. CSO not on the map, gathering nothing anymore. And age is up to Imperial. Voldemort may be shaking his head, not understanding what's happening right now. I was inside his base, doing so much damage, right? So, how did he manage to age up? Well, you did really good, killing 45 villager in this game alone. That was really nice if you think about it. So, the damage has been done. The greed has been done as well from CSO. Voldemort keep making units, still not switching his mind to get to Imperial. Will it be a victory from Voldemort in the Castle Age? We have an Imperial English with same amount of villager as the Byzantine. Enclosures are coming up. Not that many economical upgrades. No mining upgrades. Food gathering is on level 1. Wood gathering is level 1. And he's making Wingard Raiders. Not Rangers or Footmen. He's actually making Wingard Raiders. Horsemen are still veteran. Lancers are still castle lancers. And Voldemort still not looking for getting Imperial at all. He said, guys, I can do this in Castle Age, and I will win this Castle Age. Ooh, his villagers got pushed up from gold. He might go to the middle, some area like that to protect his resources. There were a little bit of raid, a little bit losing villagers out now. 17 villagers have fallen. Ooh, Trebuchet is in action, destroying the outpost first. Counter-raid Trebuchet on those outposts. And now focusing out the White Tower. But Voldemort, 24 Cutterpucks, 27 Limiti, and 35 Lombowman. 103 military versus 58. CSO just doesn't have the numbers, doesn't have the upgrades. Yes, those are elite horsemen, but not elite knights. These are still normal knights. And there are so many Cutterpucks. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. The power is not there. The numbers are not there. Voldemort, all he has to do is destroy the White Tower. After that, it's a free push. CSO will not able to stop the push with this insane amount of cataract and limiti. He's trying to decapture the sacred site. He's trying to do some damage to the trebuchets as well. But oh my god, the huge trample. All units receive the damage from the trample. While the White Tower is not being repaired. The White Tower was not repaired because CSO had no wood economy. And his villagers left the White Tower unrepaired. CSO might stop the sacred site victory that was on 6 minutes 44 seconds. But he has no chance to beat this army alone. He's even switching to Spearman. But his economy, he has like insane amount of food in the bank, insane amount of gold. He could have maybe been making knights from the stable. Or making some gold heavy units. He could even make Wingard Footman, right? Yeah, he could make him Wingard Footman. Because he has a Wingard Palace up, but it's idle, it's not doing anything. He didn't queue up any unit inside. He's sitting on so much resource. I think he is panicking. He is not in control. 39 military, he loses all the horsemen and knight that tried to do some insanely good raid. 2 landmarks down, only 2 to go. I think Voldemort will acknowledge this very soon that he has a green flag to do anything inside CSO's base. He received the green flag. He led his army to push in while the rest of the raiders are outside. He knows the army must be very small. So this is the great opportunity. Trebuchet is taking down the TC. 2 landmark left and CSO taps out with that insane bang. Wow. GG's to Voldemort.